What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Welcome to the video. And as you can see by the title, Redfall's going to be dropping at 30 frames a second at launch for the consoles with only a quality mode available. And initially, if I only gamed on consoles, I would have a reaction of, oh, that kind of sucks. However, if I only gamed on consoles, that would mean I didn't really give a shit about performance of games, right? And for a long time now, I have kind of converted over to PC gaming. It's just been recent years, or this current generation, I should say, that I've invested back into consoles. And not necessarily for just myself, but my kids, obviously. So I have the Series S right here, right above my thumb right there. And I've tried it out, but I bought that mainly for the kids because now all Xbox games you can pretty much play and buy on the PC. So that's where I primarily play my Xbox games. I've been recently doing some gameplay walkthroughs or playthroughs on the channel here, and they've been from the Xbox Game Pass. So it's been Wolong and Atomic Heart, both on the Game Pass, but it's on PC. And my thing is, I believe since we're in the age of post-game support, I think a lot of the times that has hindered a lot of video games. The ability to patch post-game launch, I think, has really affected the initial sales, the initial performance, the initial audience of a video game. But more importantly, 30 frames per second for a console, there should be no excuse for it. I see a lot of people talking about how they feel the Series S has been holding back the Series X or this whole generation of gaming. And to that, I think, personally, in my opinion, is BS. If you're really thinking that the Series S is holding back the Series X, look at what they were doing with all these games. There's really not been a game that's come out that has been specific for next-gen consoles other than maybe one or two. But for the most part, they have been cross-generation. So the Series S is better than the Xbox One, so just treat it like the Xbox One version. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you're developing this, obviously you develop and optimize for the better console, which would be the Series X, but then you also have a version just like the Xbox One, which would be the Series S. So I don't think the Series S is holding any kind of game development back whatsoever. But that's just me looking at it from the consumer standpoint. I think the other big thing with these video games coming out should be optimization. Optimization for video games should be the top priority. Not how great the game can look, but optimizing it to the best performance and then working to quality. However, this is coming from a guy in his 30s playing video games. And what people don't, I think, understand is video games are still meant to be played by children as well. And I can just tell from experience, me having children don't give a shit about how a game performs. You understand? This is something that as we get older, then we start caring about. But a child, they don't care. And a game like Redfall, it seems like it is catered more towards a younger audience. Let's be real here. I understand that it's vampires, but it's catered toward a younger audience. And I think that's really the reason why the priority for 60 frames on the console has been taken back. Let's get it out. Let's make it look as good as we can, quality-wise. And then we'll worry about performance later. Some people might give the excuse it's the Game Pass effect. You know, games that go on Game Pass aren't really cared for much when it comes to optimization or how good that looks, which I think is complete bullshit. Wo Long came in, fire ass game, performs well, looks great. Atomic Heart, same thing, performs well, looks great. So just those two games right there should put that whole theory to rest with the Game Pass effect. I think that has nothing to do with it. However, I do believe that Xbox is going to be, I think they're laying down the brickwork for getting out of the hardware cells when it comes to video games eventually. When that is, I don't know. But it's obvious when they're pushing cloud gaming into their Game Pass service. It's more so of like another feature that you get with Game Pass. But you can tell, I mean, they're laying the groundwork for game streaming. I think eventually, maybe in the next decade, we might get there, but we're absolutely not even close right now, the way technology is. But as we know, technology, it can leap just like that in no time. Before we know it, you know, we could be in an age where streaming video games, you know, is foreign. Like, you don't stream your video games? You understand what I'm saying? But all in all, I think Redfall launching at 30 frames on the console. If I was a console only player, I'd be furious. But again, if I only played on console and I cared about performance, then I would go somewhere else. And that somewhere else is ultimately PC gaming. If you're looking for the best performance possible with your video games, it has to be on PC. These consoles are mostly made for children. So that's what they're going to cater to. A lot of these developers are just going to cater to the children, and children don't give a shit about performance, like I said. They don't care how a game performs. They can't tell, they don't even know what 30 frames, 60 frames, they don't know, they don't care. As long as they're having fun. And that's ultimately what it comes down to. If Redfall comes out and it's a solid game as far as story, as far as how it plays, and how much fun you have with it, that's ultimately gonna be the factor of whether it succeeds or not. How it performs is just an afterthought. And I think that's what a lot of people, we all need to get a better understanding of that. But I'll say this. If you're only a console player and you're upset about this, then I think you should look at other options for your gaming platform. Whether that's the PlayStation or the PC. If you're looking mainly for performance, then I mean PC is the way to go. It's all roads lead to the PC gaming route when it comes to performance. And if you're fed up with this, now's the time to really look into investing in a PC, because at the end of the day, you can play all of the Xbox games on there, and we're starting to see the Sony games as well. So it's a win-win really for PC gaming here. This might also come down to the talent at the development studios. I mean, maybe I'm sure that there's great talent, but maybe Microsoft needs to hire more talented game developers to help get their quality and performance of games to the next level. How they do that, I don't know. But that could be also a thing. I'm just an outsider looking in, as we all are. So all we have are our opinions based on the information that's given to us, really. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. But it has been your boy. It's been real. And I am out. Later.